Okay, let's try this again. We're going to do 210-6-54 edge protector. And these are the things we need to know. It's 3.25 between the centers there. There's a center point on this right here that comes down 1 inch. So we're going to have to think about that. There's a 1.62 distance from here to or from the center to the corner, which means from here out to there is 1.62. And that means it's the same on that end. So we're going to do 3.25 plus 1.62 plus 1.62 on the other end to get us the total length of that. From the end of this, we're going to look at this, and that center point right there, there's a radius that goes out 1.25 and another one that goes out 1.5, and the thickness between the two is 0.25. All right, so let's get this started. So this is what it looks like here, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to suppress these features on this right now to kind of help us along. And I'll turn this sketch off so we can start brand new. And I'm going to start with, maybe we can start with all of these things on like we normally do. Have those on. Oops. All right. And I'll probably go to the right side view right here, and I'm going to click a new sketch. And then I'm going to click normal to the sketch plane. So now I'm looking right at the end of it. Now, I think I'm going to start by doing an arc right in here that goes like this, and make one come right about like that. And I'll do another one that comes here like this and goes about like this. And I'm going to, next thing I'll do is I'm going to say that I want them to be concentric. So I'll click those two things together. And I'm also going to say that I want the center point there to be coincident with my origin point. All right. So then I'm going to come in here and I'm going to sketch some lines that go down like this and come straight across here to about right there, and I'm going to make that go up to that one. And then I'm going to come down here like this, sketch that down to here, and come up here and make it go up to that one. All right, looks like it's fully, or it's actually a part now. So I'm going to do vertically constrain this one, and I'm going to vertically constrain that one, and this one, and this one. And I'm going to do a horizontal constraint from this one to this one, and I'm also going to click this corner to this corner so it keeps them at the same length. See that one move down a little bit? All right, we're ready to start putting some dimensions on. So I'll put a dimension on that goes on to this one, and the inside one there is 1.25. The outside one over here is 1.5. All right. Now we know that the distance going down from here, this one's a little tricky to figure out, but the distance from here down to here is a little different than you would think. Remember, it started off with there was a 1 inch there, so we're going to do 1 plus 1.62. That tells us how far down it goes. All right, so that finishes that. So that's the end there. We'll finish that sketch, and we're going to go and move it like this, and then we're going to extrude it back this way. So I'm going to click this right here, new solid, click that right there. I'm going to make it go the other direction. I'm going to go backwards, and I'm going to say 1.62 plus 3.25 plus 1.62. All right, so I'm doing all of that math right there, but I don't want to do the math. I'm going to have it do the math for me, and then I'll just put that in there, and I'm going to click check, and it makes that go all the way back that way. All right, now these are now kind of, I don't need them anymore, so I'm going to turn them off, and we're going to click fillet, and we're going to add a fillet dimension there. We're going to change this dimension to 1.62, and we got that there, and we're going to click this little line right here, and we're going to click this little line right here, and then we're going to switch around, look at the back side of it there, and click that little line and this little line, and check that. So now we have got a finished part, and that's going to be what our front view looks like, and that's probably okay. So we should be good there. So right click on it, click create a drawing of part 1, and we're going to go ahead and do it's not metric, so we'll do ANSI BB inch. If you don't have that, click this right here and come down here and do ANSI inch BB, or ANSI B inch DWT. That's the one, and we'll just do 4 standard views, so it should bring those in, the 4 standard views, the way we have it, and that should be what it looks like. So we're going to right click on this, and I'm going to turn off my hidden or turn off my tangent lines, but I'm going to add my hidden lines. I'll do the same up here. I don't have any tangents showing, so I'm going to show my hidden lines. And on this one, I don't think there are any hidden lines to show, but those little tangents there, we don't need those, so we'll turn off those and get rid of those things right there. Now, The next thing we should do is probably go in here and we're going to add, can you add a center line right here? It tells us where that center line is on that part right there. We'll add a center line right here. Looks like it's showing us tangents right there too, so I'm going to click that. I'll put a center line there, so you got to do those two. But right click on here. I'm going to click on this one, right click, and I'm going to turn off those tangent lines, so they're going to hide those. So that's the way that one should look. We're going to put a center point right here, although we don't really need to, because when we go to put these dimensions on here, when I put that dimension on and when I put this dimension on, those are going to come out. It would put those there. Oh, it should have put those there anyway, but it didn't, so I'm going to drop that in. Change this to 2 decimal places, because we don't want to get crazy. And we can add this right here. We can add a dimension. Oh, I'll click that there. We're going to add a dimension for this line right there, which will be 0.25. All right, so those are the two that are on the end. Now, what we could do is we're going to go in here, and I'm going to, let's see if I can do this. I'm going to try it real quick. I'm going to put a dimension. Oh, I want to do a center points. I want to put a center point on that and a center point right there, so we know where those center points are on those right there too, on that arc. So then we can go put a dimension here, and I don't know if we can do it right now. We'll click this and click this, and it won't let me go to that. So what we're going to do is this center line right here, that's why it's important, because those align. So we can put a dimension on that goes from this center to this center that tells us that it is 1 inch. And then when we put the radius on right here, this tells us that's 1.62. And then we have one more dimension to add, and that is the dimension that goes between the two center points. So I got a dimension, I have a dimension that goes from here to here that ends up being 3.25. All right, so that's it. That's all we needed to do for that part. I'm going to go ahead and put this right here, and we're going to put our part number, or no, put this, or what it's called. This is the edge protector, and we got that, the name of it in there correctly, and then we'll put this in here, and we'll put the part number in. It is 210-6-54, and that's it. And so now you're done, and you should click submit.